Welcome. Part 4. Poor apartment, level 4. Adam's apartment. So I have picked up a machine pistol. All ventilations are malfunctioning. Mission briefing. Regroup before heading out. I'll need to report to TF-29 eventually, but I'll give her my thoughts and assess my injuries first. Here you can access the different levels. So I can see that there are 4 levels. The courtyard's down there. And that icon tells me that on level 2 there's a merchant. History. Whisper chip. I've discovered 3 pocket secretaries. Advanced hacking, trace process. The goal of a trace is to reach your entry point, the blue IO port. Fortify. You can slow the trace process by fortifying captured nodes on its path using the F button. Can't see myself in the mirror. Does that say HARP? How a HARP program would allow man to modify weather. Now this is his apartment. Some great attention to detail here. Sellable item. Hydraulic micro pump. Which is that. This item has no other functionality than its monetary value. You can sell it. So for example, if I put the crafting parts, there on the desk. When I gather enough parts, I can make a multi-tool. I can ammo, biocells, and mine templates. Maybe put a shortcut to a biocell. Because they're used to replace my energy meter or to power electrical equipment. Now put the radio on.
Oh yeah! You know, for that little musical interlude there, I was talking about some serious shit. So let's keep going. First of all, let me get this out of the way when talking about the AUG incident. I've always hated that title. Incident? Incident? Steve using the hand after eating 3 burritos and forgetting to light a match. That's an incident. What happened that fateful day in 2027? Beyond terror any of us has ever seen. AUG incident. Try AUG travesty. Try AUG massacre. How about AUG Armageddon? Because that's where we're headed, thanks to the horror of the Illuminati and their humanity front puppets. Unleashed on the earth that day. I'm taking the time to broadcast to remember, not so we can get together and write a
Medication, you can replenish health instantly using painkillers. To use hippostims, quick inventory, painkillers. Medication is single use and disappears after activation. Time for a shower. A newspaper. Shub versus Butch. There's a Detroit postcode. Plane up there.
Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarif.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday... Look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
You saved his vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
Ebook. Juggernaut Collective. Originated in the early 2020s when a hacker named Eli posted a badly written call to arms type message on the darknet, filled with misspellings and grammatical errors, and invited those disillusioned with the stranglehold 1%ers have on our world to join him in attacking, exposing and spoiling their plots. The group first made headlines in 2025 by hijacking atmospheric processors used by a popular weather artist in Paris and sending hurricane force winds to decimate a Page Industries-sponsored event. Around the same time, Eli was replaced online by a new non-deplume Janus. Efforts to ascertain the real-world identity of either hacker have thus far proven unsuccessful. Under Janus's leadership, the collective have become increasingly effective at bankrupting Fortune 500 companies, exposing governmental misdeeds, and in general making life difficult for the extremely wealthy. Particularly worrisome to counter-terrorism agencies around the world is growing evidence that the collective have been recruiting a number of experienced agents, often with Black Ops expertise, to assist them. Telescope. Remote control. Fridge.
In a little while, Steve's gonna hook me up with some of our attachés out in Seattle's Fortress of Solitude. But until then, I have to reiterate something. You know, we haven't heard much about this Task Force 29 division lately. The one Interpol created in 28 after that quote-unquote horrifying breakdown of cooperation between the intelligence gathering organizations worldwide. Not like we were expected to, of course. I mean, it's not like they could come out and say, we've created a special intelligence force of natural-born killers who can enter your country whenever it wants, bust into your house, and detain you for who knows how long if you happen to buy a pack of cigarettes from the local 7-Eleven. But if you read what I'm reading these days, and by that I mean UN Resolution 0451, which ratified the deal, you'd be appalled. Not only do these guys have no restrictions as far as international boundaries go, they're charged with both preventing attacks and investigating them after they happen. That's right, geniuses! TF-29 gets to pick and choose which attacks to stop and which they want to roll. That's what I hear them saying as they... dominating hands together. Or, I guess the blood boil to remind them that we're here to protect them, not control them. It's brilliant, followers.
Computer.
Fucking New World Order. Brilliant.
Question for you. Hey Jensen, sorry not to get back to you before this, but buried in a sea of paperwork. Frankly, I'm surprised you're asking. I only met Miller once via the NSN and seemed more than competent. He was with the tactical assault group in Australia before the incident. Hell of a marksman, so they say. Specs, Adam? You okay?
Oh, man. Could I
Wait a minute.
What are we talking about? Right. Unbelievable. We got Pikus.
Shush. I changed your office password. Blah 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 blah. Shame. Try running through your home's smart system interface again and let me know if you're still getting that hardware damage. Latest firmware should have taken care of that. This is the smart home. Please select the type of setting you wish to change. You can open and close all time.
As you wish.
What we got here? Combat rifle armor, piercing ammo, revolver armor. Tranquilizer rifle ammo and stun gun ammo. Empty, that one. So I've got quite a lot of stuff here now. Got some beer. Small amount of health. The wine. Used to recover a fair amount of health. I've got 50 parts, can't make anything yet. Add an ebook here. Task Force 29, The Secret Fight Against Global Terrorism, Weekend Editorial Part 1. Pause and read if necessary. Okay, let's get that, grab that remote. We can watch TV.
A non-violent organization. Yes, you said that. That was... Earlier today, the Ruzicka train station fell victim to a bombing. The third to hit Prague in recent months. Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. And now for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the AUG incident is still being felt, 2 years after the fact. The fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-augmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the US government is not doing enough to protect them from augmented crazies. In China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act, vigilante hackers tied to the Juggernaut Collective have crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Yes, folks, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
The Santo Group. Construction, arcology, quality, excellence. Santo, restoring the past and building the future.
Community.
Okay, now let's call Sarah.
Adam! Thanks for calling me back, son.
Seraph.
I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. I tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job, part of their extensive background checks. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
What do I want? Jeez, Adam! I know I did some questionable things in the past, but a lot's happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
Concede or gold?
You've obviously landed on your feet, though. Unlike a lot of other people.
I've been lucky. I almost died in Panchaea waiting for the rescue teams to dig me out. And I lost a lot of time after recovering from my injuries. You went back to Detroit, you saw what happened to Seraph Industries.
I got to look at it, briefly.
Humanity was afraid of the potential we offered. They lashed out, broke into the building, stole what they could, and burned the rest. Those vultures at Tai Young Medical gobbled up what was left. Sometimes a dream has to die so a new one can rise from the ashes.
You heard anything from Megan?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still, you know, she always wanted to be at the cutting edge. She didn't see a future for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
She moved to Hong Kong?
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Roca Seca Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank! Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed the least.
He'd probably tell you there wasn't anything about him that needed changing.
I'm sure he would. But when the world transforms itself the way ours has, people need to adapt or get left behind. Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm, meeting with the Santo Group, Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Santo? They built the Udalek complex, the AUG ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
I've heard of Rabia, the walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Augs.
Rabia's just a part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident. And when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
It's nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
Alright, that's done. Versalife, paracetamol. If I check my... That's pretty much it. Regroup before heading out. Aha, better put the coat on first, huh?
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course.
I've got one practice, but I can't use it right now.
There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want blood...
Objectives. Aim the reticule over the objective located within the name of the current objective. You can hold tab while the reticule is on or located to instantly access the objective's description.
Shed the day after a terror attack.
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
So I'm just heading out now and leaving my door open.
Likvidátor už tam byl, ale že by něco hlásil?
This background music very ambient.
Jsem ještě neslyšel.
So I'm recording here. Hello?
Nerozumím anglicky.
Okay. First thing I see is a keypad.
Ahoj.
Back in the
Riskantní zóna. Co to jako znamená? Chápu, že tam nedávno došlo k útokům, ale to je fuk. Nedává to smysl. Byla to bomba.
Two red notes here. They're gonna come this way and that way.
Boží zákrok? Byla to bomba. Jak si to pro boha můžou plíst?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Damn it.
Nerozumím anglicky. S tím ať jdou do háje. Jsou všichni stejní. Podvodníci. Doufám, že mi rodina Dvali tu pojistku vyplatí.
Oh, I'm glad I saved it before I security rating
Ahoj.
1.
Riskantní zóna. Co to jako znamená? Chápu, že tam nedávno došlo k útokům, ale to je fuk. Nedává to smysl. Byla to bomba.
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted.
So, crafting. More crafting parts in the drawer. Okay, so I got. Can't do nothing there right now. Right now I've got 80 crafting parts available. I can actually make tofu ammo. And I can make a mine template. Keep saving them up. So my objectives. Find the inside the bookstore. And travel somewhere. Crafting. Collect crafting parts to craft items or customize weapons from the inventory. Select weapon and select customize to access the customization menu. Ah, so these are used for weapon customization as well. Looks like I can make some ammo. Maxed out though. Or I don't have enough yet. See, I can customize the gun there. Upgrade ammo capacity and rate of fire. So, there's an ebook. The Machine God. Pause if you want to read.
Your mother will change her mind.
Search the drawers. Throwable printer. What did I just pick up? Hacking software data scan. Reveals any hidden data stores and their content. Press 1 to activate. Each activation consumes 1 copy of the software. Which and binds. Breach software. Press tab to open the in-game menu. Use the mouse to navigate to the database. Use the mouse to select breach software and track your progress. Sellable items, stem processor chip. There's no functionality, just can sell to merchants. Okay, so there's a computer. Security rating 3. Bathroom. Oh, yeah. So, crafting parts. How many do I have now? 120. Hacking network nodes. Capture data stores to find rewards such as credits, XP, and hacking softwares. Capture spam APIs to automatically slow down any trace attempt by the system. Capture clearance APIs to reduce the security rating of all data stores by 2. Capture transfer APIs to reduce the security rating of an adjacent node by 2 and transfer it to another adjacent node. Somebody in there.
Do not give up faith in the church.
Whoops.
You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not veer now. There is always hope, Joseph. Do not despair.
Protest.
We will all find our way to the machine god. The singularity is near, Sever. You must hang on. I pray that the mother will change her mind. Some of us remembered, Builder. We will all find our way to the machine god. Do not give up faith in the church. I pray that the mother will change her mind. The singularity is near, Sever. We must hang on. There is always hope, Joseph. Do not despair.
So I've got no way of getting into this computer.
Some of us remember, Builder. You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not veer now. You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not veer now. Some of us remembered, Builder. Do not give up faith in the church. I pray that the mother will change her mind. The singularity is near, Sever. We must hang on. There is always hope, Joseph. Do not despair. We will all find our way to the machine god. We will all find our way to the machine god. Do not give up faith in the church. Some of us remembered, Builder.
Likvidátor Škot už tam byl, ale že by něco hlásil, jsem ještě neslyšel.
Alright, I'm going to take a break. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part.